Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you guys are new here. This is Tiffany and today I am sharing with you guys what is called Foodie Friday. This is something me and my friend Jess Myros came up with, and we thought why not just hold a big open collaboration. Everyone could include like whatever type of food they like because everybody likes different things, has different diets, dietary needs, all that kind of stuff, and everybody can share those recipes. So that's what we're doing. So don't forget to check out the group playlist. It will be linked down below to give you guys some awesome inspiration, and those ladies are fantastic. And don't forget to check out Jess's channel. So I am sharing with you guys desserts because if you've watched my channel for long, if you've heard me talk, I love sweets. I do. So I'm trying to do some of these macro type meals. And by all means, they're not like skimping on flavor or anything like that. I told you guys about that Elise Ellis program, and I should have the code this weekend. I had to submit some stuff to try to get it, so I should have the code. Once I do, I'll link it and I'll put it into my community tab so you guys can check it out. And if you're interested, you can read about it, all that kind of stuff. It's really just giving you recipes that are awesome, that don't take away from like really flavorful meals. It just kind of breaks it down with proteins, carbs, all that kind of stuff, and it's healthier. But anyway, these two recipes came out of her program and I am hooked. I am hooked on the recipes I've made so far. So you guys know I love dessert, and just like my good friend Nicole Burgess, love her, she never misses dessert. So that is what I gotta live by too. So anyway, I'm sharing these recipes with you. I hope you guys enjoy them. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, today we're gonna make the Elise, the macro friendly plan that I have, like the macro friendly food app that I use. They have so many recipes, and this one I am dying to make because Elise just put it out. So it's called Protein Cheesecake, and for 3.2 ounces it has 227 calories, 16 carbs, 13.6 grams of protein, and 11.8 grams of fat. So not terribly bad. So what we're going to do is you need a cup of graham crackers. It doesn't specify what, so I'm just using the cinnamon ones that I have. I'm just going to blend them. I'm going to like put them in this little processor and break them down because it's going to be our graham cracker crust. And we're going to mix that with 1 tablespoon of water and 2 tablespoons of, like, you can melt the, I can't believe it's not butter. Butter, but I actually just have this and it has nothing in it. So I could actually change the macros on this if I wanted to, because I'm not adding any calories to that. So I'm going to process this down and we'll come back. Okay guys, so I'm taking, it says to take a springform pan. I don't have that, so we're going to take this pan. And here are the graham crackers. That amount that I put in there did just fine. So we're going to get a bowl because we need to make this as our crust. I could probably put it in this. But hey, so we're going to take the graham crackers. We're going to put the graham crackers into the bowl. Then you're going to take the butter, which I'm using this. Like I said, you can melt your own butter and use like that kind. But her recipe says to use, I can't believe it's not butter, 2 tablespoons. So I am just going to use this kind. And it's already melted. So now you can get your mixing bowl, or you can use like a stand mixer, whatever kind you want. I'm just going to use my normal one because it makes life easier. So soften, you want 2 packages of cream cheese, and you're going to put that in your mixing bowl. And we're going to combine it with, I was supposed to get 2 of the Light and Fit Greek yogurts. I don't have 2, so that's all right. We're just going to do it without the extra. That would add extra protein and probably a little extra flavor. But we're working, I didn't see that. I thought I just needed 1. So, oh yeah, this is definitely softened. Look at this. This has been sitting out for a little bit, which is perfect. So, all that off there. Okay. And let's get the second one. We're going to blend this together in our mixing bowl, and we'll add in the other stuff, which, you know, everything being added in here has a whole lot of protein in it. So I guess that's where it's forgiving. You're eating cheesecake and it's indulgent, but a lot of people think when you diet and you do things, that you have to give up all things, and you don't. You just have to do things in moderation. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do it in moderation. But if you're trying to watch things, you can do things in moderation and still enjoy it, or substitute things like this. I don't like to give up dessert, just like my friend Nicole. And I know Nicole loves Elisa's recipes because that's where I got it from. So she never skips dessert, and I love that philosophy. So now we're gonna add in the yogurt. And what's funny is I will never eat cream cheese unless it is in, like, I won't just eat cream cheese in any sort of dessert, like, ever. You'll never see me do that unless it's cheesecake. But my cheesecake has to have a little bit of a fruit topping. So there is that. I really wish we had a second cup. Next time we make it, we will. But if you were making this, add a second cup. I mean, it's cold, but it's already melted. So we got that. And then we need a tablespoon of water. Let me get that. So here is the water. This is going to make your crust, like I said. So we're just going to mix this together. That way you just don't have all that extra, like, stuff in it. So we're going to put it in the bottom of our pie pan. And shockingly, like, it's actually spreading a lot better than even, like, my normal, like, when you make the real stuff with all, like, all the fatty things in it, like real crust. I have a lot of trouble getting it to spread and mix. So I'm going to spray this on my hand. That's the trick that you guys can use. That way it doesn't stick. I put non-stick cooking spray on my hands, and then that way I can spread it and it won't stick to my skin. So there is our pie crust. And then what we're going to do with that is we're going to bake this for 8 to 10 minutes in the oven at 350, and then we're going to make our filling that goes in this. So we're going to come back with this. So put your pie crust in the oven. So now you can get your mixing bowl, or you can use like a stand. You can use a stand mixer, whatever kind you want. I'm just going to use my normal one because it makes life easier. So soften. You want 2 packages of cream cheese, and you're going to put that in your mixing bowl. And we're going to combine it with oh, I was supposed to get 2 of the Light and Fit Greek yogurts. I don't have 2, so that's all right. We're just going to do it without the extra. That would add extra protein and probably a little extra flavor. But we're working, I didn't see that. I thought I just needed 1. So, oh yeah, this is definitely softened. Look at this. This has been sitting out for a little bit, which is perfect. So, all that off there. Okay. And let's get the second one. We're going to blend this together in our mixing bowl. And we'll add in the other stuff. Which, you know, everything being added in here has a whole lot of protein in it. So, I guess that's where it's forgiving. You're eating cheesecake and it's indulgent. But, a lot of people think when you diet and you do things, you have to give up all things, and you don't. You just have to do things in moderation. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do it in moderation. But if you're trying to watch things, you can do things in moderation and still enjoy it, or substitute things like this. I don't like to give up dessert, just like my friend Nicole. And I know Nicole loves Elisa's recipes because that's where I got it from. So she never skips dessert, and I love that philosophy. So now we're going to add in the yogurt. And what's funny is I will never eat cream cheese unless it is in, like, I won't just eat cream cheese in any sort of dessert, like, ever. You'll never see me do that unless it's cheesecake. But my cheesecake has to have a little bit of a fruit topping. So there is that. I really wish we had a second cup. Next time we make it, we will. But if you were making this, add a second cup. Okay, so let's turn this on. Combine it. You want to turn the knob?
Yeah. To 2?
It's fine. I'm just going to whip it together. Okay, so now we're going to add in 2 egg whites, which in here, when you're doing an egg white, that would be, I guess, 3 tablespoons. So 6 tablespoons of egg whites. Let me say that without the spinning. You guys can't hear me. Now we're going to add in, there we go. Let's add in 2 egg whites. So that's 3 tablespoons for each egg white. or you can use traditional egg whites, but I keep these on hand from Aldi because they're pretty inexpensive there in comparison. And then we're gonna add in 1 egg. One egg. Then we're gonna add in vanilla. I'm just using my imitation vanilla. I'm gonna add a little extra because I didn't have that extra yogurt. So that way it'll give it some extra flavor. And then you need some vanilla protein powder. This is the kind that we get off of Amazon. I got it on Prime Day, really cheap because you can get a whole lot more. So we're gonna add in 75 grams. So let me see what that's equal to. That is a little over 2 scoops. Because 2 scoops is 70 grams. And you can get your scale out, which I do often do that, but I'm not going to do it today just because I can eyeball it. So there's 2. We'll add a little more, which is not going to hurt because even if we add a little bit more, we didn't add the extra protein of the other end. And then you need a sweetener. So 1/4 cup of, the I can't even say that sweetener, but I'm going to use stevia because that's what we have. It might create a different flavor. I don't know. Sometimes stevia takes on, it can have a weird taste to it. But that's what we're going to use today because that's what we have. So 1/4 cup. So there is, and actually I'm going to add just a tiny bit more of that. Then we're going to mix it again. This will be our filling. And that's really all. Okay, so I baked the pie crust for about 6 minutes, 7 minutes. It said 8, but I think it's fine because it started browning. So now we're just going to put that mixture in, and I touched a little taste of it with my hand, and I do not like cream cheese. So this has a lot of flavor. I'm really, really excited about this. So there is that. I've kept the oven on. So we're going to bake this. I think we have to bake this for an hour. Let me double check the time. So we're going to keep the temp at 325. We're going to cook it for 30 minutes. Then we're going to reduce the heat to 200 degrees and bake it for another 50 to 60 minutes. So then you got to let it cool for a few hours or store in the fridge. So this is going to be super delicious. This isn't something if you're like dying to eat something real quick that you're going to make, but this will be worth it in the end. So we're going to put it in the oven for 30 minutes and then we'll reduce it. Then when it's all done, I'll come back and show you guys. And here is the cheesecake many hours later after it was done cooking. It's a little brown on top, and I put it in the fridge to cool. But so excited for this. Okay, so now we're making a protein cookie. Well, I don't have a skillet pan to use this in, so we're just going to use a pie pan. So you need 3 tablespoons of honey. You need 2 tablespoons of coconut oil melted. I've already melted it and put the honey and the coconut oil in there. We need 1 egg white, so that is 3 tablespoons of this. Put into this, and then you also need 1 full egg. I've never tried this. We'll see how this ends up tasting, but we love desserts and it's healthy. Actually, you guys, I didn't add the coconut oil. There it is. So far so good with the desserts on her plan. Now we'll add the egg, 1 full egg. Since I'm mixing this, I'm not going to separate it like I do like you're supposed to with things. So we need 2 scoops of collagen peptides. 1, 2. Then you need a scoop of vanilla protein powder. And that doesn't really like have to be anything specific. I'm using what I have. 1 scoop of that. We also need a teaspoon of vanilla extract, which I always have. So we'll add that in. And I didn't measure that, as you know. Plus it has no calories in it anyway, so that's fine. And then we're going to need 1 cup of Kodiak mix, which I got this at Sam's a while back. Let me get a scooper so it doesn't fall everywhere. So 1 cup of this. We'll try my best not to get this all over the place. So here's a half. And it's such a good deal there because this stuff's expensive. Then we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to eyeball that because I don't like salt much, so I know about what to add. And then we need 1/4 cup of dark chocolate chips. I'm going to use these that I got on sale for like 50 cents a while back. So 1/4 cup of those. And then we're going to mix this all together. Okay, I'm going to turn the mixer on. It didn't say to use that, but I'm going to use it. Forgot you need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. That'll help it rise. There we go. Here is the pie plate I'm going to use. Here is the cookie dough. It looks just like it, so we're just going to put this in the bottom. And then you preheat your oven to 350. And if you have like the sugar-free syrup, you can use it to put on drizzle on top like you would in those cookie cakes in a restaurant. And if you have the Halo Top ice cream, it says you can put that on there because it's got the protein in it. Okay, so here is the cookie skillet. I'm going to bake it at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. We'll come back and see it. So here is the pie. It smells good. It looks like a true cookie skillet. It's just super healthy. Okay, this one is really, really, really good. It tastes just like a cookie cake. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you all watching, and don't forget to check out the group playlist and check out Jess's channel. And you guys, tomorrow I will be having a new merch drop on my website, so I hope you guys will go and check that out, and I will try to put a discount code for you guys. But I love you all. I will see you in the next video. Bye.